This was the first year that we got an abundance of tomatoes from our garden, and I'm really excited to think of some things to do with them. One of the things that I'm going to try is making my own homemade sun-dried tomatoes, because I love using sun-dried tomatoes in our pasta dishes, but they can be kind of expensive in the store. And after doing a little research online, I discovered that they're pretty easy to make, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to use our aroma tomatoes, and just start out by cutting it in half and then removing the little stem part. After you remove that, then you can cut it in half again, and then you'll have the slices that are in a fourth of a size. And I'm going to put that on my tray for my food dehydrator, and I'm going to put them at about 140 degrees. That'll take about 3 to 8 hours depending on the content of the water in the tomatoes. There's other ways of doing it as well, such as in your oven or even in a hot car, but since I have a food dehydrator, I'm going to use that. It's optional if you want to remove the seeds. I'm not going to bother doing that with the Roma tomatoes because they don't have a lot of seeds. It's also optional if you want to remove the skin. I'm going to leave mine on. I read that most of the ones that you buy in the store still have their skin on, and I like those, so that seemed easier. But if you want to remove the skin, you can just submerge it in boiling water for about 30 to 45 seconds, and then take the, hey buddy, and then submerge them in ice water, and then the skin should just slip right off. So we'll see how these turn out. So I have my, what do they call sun-dried. I have my sun-dried tomatoes, and they turned out really good. It actually took quite a lot of time to dry them out, more than I expected. I wish I remembered exactly how much, but remember I said it would be about 3 to 8 hours. It was definitely more on the 8-hour, maybe even a little bit more. And so I guess they had a lot of moisture in them. But one thing that really surprised me is I started out with 18 Roma tomatoes, and I ended up with this little baggie to show for it. So I guess I figured out why they're so pricey in the store. So although it was fun to make them, and I would do it again if I had an excess of tomatoes, I don't know if it would be worth buying the tomatoes in order to make your own Roma tomatoes. Hear that sound? I'm making some roasted pumpkin seeds from the pumpkin seeds and the pumpkins that we got from our pumpkin patch, and I think they're almost ready, so I'm going to go check on those, but maybe that'll be a future blog post. So, hope you were inspired to maybe try something new or figure out that it's too much work to bother and just let me do the experimenting for you. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!